We are live. Oh, what the fuck's happening? Why am I hearing music? Where's this music?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, I know where the music's coming from. The music is coming
have we
from
started
the
yet?
stream. We have started streaming. We just started. We are now live. We're back with another session. Currently, the party is now on R&R after the situation of last session, where the lot of you were sent in to find a bioweapon and following orders, in a way, killed the bioweapon, accidentally causing a bit of a cataclysm to occur as well that destroyed a number of cities.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Yes.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right, nice angle, buddy.
What do you mean, nice angle?
Not you.
Oh, you're talking about the one who's showing his face in the Discord.
Yeah,
Well,
no.
so y'all
let's go
can-
with that.
Yeah, that was my face.
It definitely involves a head of some form.
We don't need to talk about that. We aren't bards, bro. We don't need to go there. Eddie.
I cast rope trick.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I will not allow for this blasphemy. It's not blasphemy, but I will not allow for this.
Blast?
Uh-oh.
Shut up! No, stop.
I can't. I'm just gonna have to end the stream, or we're just gonna
Oh,
either I'm ending the stream or
ending tonight. Let's go, baby. Oh, I'm kidding.
We might be ending tonight, but something's just starting. Let me
it's
tell
the
you.
con's last session because of what you guys are doing. Someone's gonna catch on, and we're gonna get in trouble. Please stop.
What do you mean? They would have to. All right, never mind. I'm gonna stop.
Let's stop.
Understand basic human anatomy.
Yeah. What if I just actually? Never mind.
Yeah, understandable. Let's continue. Do our thing.
So, for this R&R period, you all have some of you did mention plans to me. I want to see what plans everyone has. I'm just going to re-ask this question, even though we did talk about it throughout the week. What plans do certain people have?
Oh.
I didn't have any.
We know your plans, all right, bud?
Hey, look, it was to go see my family, but here we are.
We don't need to talk about it.
That was creative. I like that. That's some brownie points right there.
He's attacking me. I can feel it. The DM is being attacked.
I'm gonna go, keep an eye on my friends, but also contact the order and talk to the good boy, the dog man.
Are you talking about Cerberus?
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to Cerberus about his little experiment. I'm gonna be his little lab rat for part of this.
Okay. Any other plans that there are for this session?
I wanted to try tracking down a ring that might boost the bonus to my dexterity rolls. And I also need to go find a shoulder to cry.
And a shoulder to cry on. Okay.
Yeah, those don't exist.
Oh, I was also gonna go try to find that armor.
Find what?
The armor that I showed you.
Okay.
Ooh, I know what I want to do. I want to hold my wife and my daughter for the last time.
Oh my god.
Stop. I
They don't
get it,
exist
you're
anymore,
sad.
right?
Cheers.
I
Trying to
thought I thought it's like a crater. They're not there.
Oh yeah, no, they're gone.
No, he's
Okay,
attacking
yeah,
me,
I'll-
saying they're gone. That's what he's that's
Yeah,
what
they
he's
got-
saying.
That's right. I'm just gonna fucking kill myself with how sad you're being.
In Minecraft,
Stop.
right?
I'm so mad. I'm so sad. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, in
Everything
Minecraft.
I've
In
ever
D&D.
talked about is
In
always
D&D,
been
yeah.
Minecraft.
Yeah,
It's always in Minecraft.
It's always in Minecraft.
What's wrong with Minecraft?
Nothing.
There's nothing wrong
That's
with
why I'm
Minecraft.
always saying it's in Minecraft. If it's not in
Oh.
Minecraft, something's wrong.
Yeah.
All right, I'll make sure there's no slander going on. Oh, what the fuck?
When you go and see Cerberus, are you going alone or are you going to take people with you?
Yeah, I'll go by myself. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go say hi to the good boy. Well, after obviously I'm on watch for homie right here.
Yes. Do you want to trade wash with someone to do this, or are you just going to leave him alone?
I'm gonna tell Ghost. I'm not gonna repeat what I'm gonna say to Ghost because we're streaming, but you kind of get the idea.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah. So that he can come and take your place for a bit. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So what I will do...
You left me alone too long.
What? What the fuck? I'm only going to drag you into the thing for this and the stream.
So you're saying that, and I feel like you're gonna mess it up somehow.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What I mean? I feel
I'm
like you're gonna drag everyone in.
No, it takes longer for me to drag individual players, so like it's taking a moment.
Okay.
Um,
You could just say skill issue. It's okay, bud.
no.
All right, everyone. This is how my character dies.
So you are at the front door of Cerberus's lab, by yourself. He's currently. You can. Well, no, you can't see him in the window from where you are.
Nope. I'm going up to the door, going knock knock. It's Soap. Can I come in? And I'm just opening the door.
You'll see like a spectral hand floating in front of the door as you open it that was like getting ready to open it as he's waving one hand over his shoulder and messing with something on the table on the far side of the room.
Holy shit, he's all the way over there.
Yeah. One of the heads kind of glances back at you and just kind of says, "We were wondering when you'd return."
Mm-hmm. I'm alive. Who would have thought? Can't say the same about half of our allies, but
It is a real shame about what has happened.
Oh, you sound so sad about it.
When you found me, I was willing to die by anyone's hand. I did not care.
I don't know. Yeah, same, bro.
Anyways, and he kind of turns towards you, setting down the stuff that's on the table. He says, "I do have a concern though about you in the next few weeks. Considering the
What
fact
do you
that
mean?
the lunar eclipse is supposed to arrive here in the next few weeks or so. And you won't be able to control your little issue that you have."
So, what do you mean?
The two fairly simple options I give you. One,
Mhm.
we either try to find a way to completely suppress your transformation abilities until this is sorted out, or we get rid of the lycanthropy altogether.
What about the third option?
You let it happen and let it rip you to shreds, possibly losing yourself.
Are we sure that it'll kill me, or can you not just like drop me off in the enemy territory and let me do some work?
I have no idea what it will do to you.
Listen, Cerberus, I'm a betting man, and I'm gonna bet on the over. I think putting me in the back lines might work out. However, the only way we're gonna know is if we test out this transformation before the lunar event happens.
That is an option. And he kind of scratching his chin for a moment and says, "I may have an idea." He kind of gestures for you to follow him as he moves away from the table towards this back room. Kind of moving through the chamber, opening a large metal door and coming into the room. And he gestures towards this wall here, where you can see a set of chains latched to the wall. And a pair of shackles as well. He says,
All right.
put those on, and then
I'm
we'll
good.
see what happens when you attempt to transform.
I'm gonna strip down for the most part, except for like basic underwear. Put all my stuff over here in the corner. I'll go lock myself up. Kick the key over to him. Let me get my dice before I do this. I got dice. All right. I'm gonna transform. What do I need to roll?
Constitution saving throw, disadvantage.
Oh, saucy. Okay. All right. Con is 6 plus 6.
A 6.
that fell off.
All right.
It is 13 plus 6 is 19. Oh, disadvantage. Hold up.
Disadvantage, yes.
That was an 18 plus 6. All right, so 19. This is the
A
lower.
19. Okay. You, an immense pain rips through your body. Once again, you feel as if your skull is splitting, blood starting to run down your face as this transformation is happening, something that normally doesn't happen. You watch as he stands there on the far side of the room, just holding a hand to one of his 3 chins and is just kind of scratching at it as he watches very patiently at this transformation. In the moment, though, you are at this very moment, you are stunned. You can't move. The pain is too immense as you feel as if you are being ripped apart. I need a second one of these Constitution saving throws.
Okay. With disadvantage still?
Yep, still disadvantage.
All right, first roll was a 15 plus 6.
21.
Oh. Second roll was a 10 plus 6, so that's a 16. So that would be the lower of the 2.
You feel as if you're like the further splitting, so it now feels like your entire head is split apart. It continues down to now feeling as if your chest is also ripping open, and you can feel blood flowing down your chest at the moment.
Oh,
And
that's
he's
not good.
2 of the heads are beginning to look concerned. The rightmost one is very intrigued by this.
Would I even be able to see at this point if I'm just like I feel like I'm borderline blacking out from
Your vision is gone blurry. You hear 2 sets of roaring in your head. And thinking about that, roll wisdom for me.
Oh God bless the
and
wisdom.
yeah, you're
Regular or disadvantage?
regular. Your vision isn't necessarily going black, like you're blacking out. It's more of doing like a singeing, like white pain in your eyes, where it's like you're going blind from the pain.
Wisdom saving throw was a 17 plus 8.
Okay, so you manage to control yourself. You feel, both of these internal curses lashing out at the same time. Roll me another con save as you have crumbled to your knees by this point and you can't even make a sound. You go to scream out in pain and nothing comes out. You are just kind of stuck in a position, your arms kind of out to the side, your chest kind of pushed out forward, and your head kind of thrown back.
Okay, so first roll was a 16 plus 6.
Okay.
Second roll is a 12 plus 6, so that would be the lower of 2, so for an 18 for a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. You feel as if there is something clawing inside of your chest by this point.
Okay.
Something is shifting just under the skin of your chest, essentially, where that gash in your chest is now opened. And you can feel something attempting to pierce its way out of your chest. We pulling an alien in here, boys.
I was literally about to say, this entire time, it wasn't his lycanthropy or like another curse. No, he just had an alien inside him the entire time.
All right, one more con save. This will determine a lot.
Oh my God, please.
This is the big one.
All
Want
right.
me to roll for you?
I don't know. I got my dragon dice. Dragon
Okay.
Teeth.
Okay.
Okay. First was that's a 14 plus 6. That's a dirty 20. So far, so good. But oh yeah. Oh. All right. The dirty 20 is the higher of the two. Second one was an 18 plus 6.
Okay. You feel yourself manage to pull back at whatever this is trying to escape you, essentially.
Okay.
Feeling as if you're kind of gaining control of whatever one of these entities within you is attempting to escape. Cerberus, by this point, you can see he is he's taken a step back from you and has kind of placed his hand on the device right here against the wall. You're not entirely sure what it is. And you also notice as you kind of regain a little bit of your movement and you're like kind of holding on a little more and get a little more, you are surrounded by, and I will just make the radius for this. You have a pool of blood around you that roughly
That sounds
expands.
familiar.
Oh.
It is your blood. Nothing bad is happening out of this, but that is your blood coming out of your body and is now pooling around you.
Oh, so I'm probably like half health, easy.
Yes and no. Like, I'm not doing hit points here, but like if we get to a certain point, you will be passing out from blood loss.
Okay. Oh, I mean,
Um,
am I able to stop or?
if you want to try to stop, wisdom saving throw with disadvantage because it will be trying to force this transformation. There's a difference between trying to control it and bear through it than there is trying to stop it when you're this far.
I kind of want to see what happens. All right. I'm not stopping it. What else is going on?
Con saving throw again.
Jesus Christ. I'm now realizing it. I know what I could do to help me next time. I'm just gonna see how far I can push it on this. I'll try the other shenanigans. First roll. That's a 16 plus 6. And that is a 17 plus 6.
Okay. You further feel yourself controlling this, kind of pushing back, kind of the pain is becoming more and more bearable as you're doing this. You feel your form shifting now instead of ripping, if that makes sense. The blood flow coming from your body is lessening by this point. The wound in your chest from whatever happened is kind of closing up slightly. You can feel that regeneration, essentially. And as you notice that unlike before where it was your body took on a very malnourished, scrawny appearance that kind of became lengthy, if that makes sense, like the Wendigo is.
Yeah, like longer arms.
It's starting to take on a more bulky, bear-like appearance while also keeping the lengthiness.
Okay.
One more con saving throw, still with disadvantage.
All right. First roll. That's an 18 plus 6. That's a 13 plus 6. So the 13 would be the lower of the two for a total of 19 for that.
You feel a sharp pain in your head, causing you to kind of rear forward. Your arms kind of pulled back against the wall as you're kind of leaning against these braces. Your head doing the same thing from before, feeling like it's splitting, but this time as it kind of shifts, one half of it moving up, the other moving down, your vision now is starting to black out. And I will say a massive wave of blood kind of flows from your face as this happens. And I'm trying to find the width thing here. And the blood pool increases significantly. Yeah, but your vision is starting to go dark. One more con save.
First roll is a 15 plus 6.
Okay.
And that is a 17 plus 6.
Okay. you feel yourself this one last time, without thinking about it, just let out this roar as you just like keep pulling against your shackles or whatever, and you're like lean forward. You feel as your skull seems to realign itself and then shift into a more bear-like form before you then enter the Wendigo transformation. And then the pain stops.
Do I need a wisdom save now?
Yeah, roll me a wisdom.
I was a 10 plus 8 for an 18.
You're still in control. Your head's a bit hazy.
I think the normal DC is 8.
I will also note that currently, from the kind of amount of blood loss that you have on you, you are feeling a bit exhausted.
Okay. Point of exhaustion.
Yep, you get one. You get 1 point of exhaustion.
Right.
Actually, no, it'll be
I'm
2
sure
points.
we're
Sorry,
at
2
that.
points of exhaustion. You're at 2 points of exhaustion due to
Is
the
that under
severity of
conditions?
this. Yes, under conditions. You'll have
Okay.
2 points of exhaustion as you are sitting there panting heavily. But the transformation did complete itself, and it appears that you have kept the form without tearing yourself apart.
He's a beautiful butterfly now.
Wouldn't say that.
Baby boy.
Wouldn't say that. Instead of like a wolfish type Wendigo, he's now becomes a bear type Wendigo.
I was genuine. If
You're stealing my wife's look.
this started going bad, I was gonna untransform, pop Stim and Hollyleaf. Hollyleaf would give me advantage on con checks, and Stim would give me a +5.
Let me put it this way:
And then
you were at 1.1 roll off of failing entirely.
Oh Jesus
And
Christ!
I would also say you would have survived, but you would have lost
It would've
something.
been
There was a reason there were certain things happening, and I can explain to him later, but we're not doing it here. So you
But-
find yourself
so
panting in
I'm-
your own
I am
pool of
like-
blood.
I'm probably like on my knees, just arms hung up behind me, full lean forward. I'm beat. Just pool of blood.
Yep. Cerberus kind
All
of.
right, what does Cerberus say?
Yeah.
I ain't speaking for a minute. I'm just sitting there like, Jesus Christ.
All three of the heads are kind of looking at you, each one kind of its own expression. The first one just kind of looks a bit shocked and a little disturbed and just says, "That was a bit horrific." Middle one just seems kind of speechless, kind of mouth agape, just like not sure what to say. And the last one was just says, "Well, that was a very fascinating show you just gave us."
Don't expect an encore. I don't think I have it in me.
I would not expect such a thing from you, considering the amount of mess you've given to us.
Yeah, I hope you got a drain in here. This is a lot. I'm gonna need a minute, but oh, what's your take on this, Doc?
I wouldn't say it's entirely fixed, but it's definitely an improvement from what you had explained from before. I don't think it'll kill you anymore. That's if that's what you're concerned about.
Doc? I thought I'm gonna have to be doing this every time I want to transform. What are you talking about?
It won't be as horrific each time, but it won't be as perfect as it was before, if that makes sense. There's going to be a bit more discomfort between transformations now, but I don't think it'll kill you. Or at least I hope.
Listen, we keep this between you and I. I picked up some Hollyleaf and Stim. If needed, do you think combining those two would be a good idea before transforming?
I don't think it's necessarily a bad idea.
The issue is
whatever you feel is
those
best
aren't-
while you are out in the field.
the problem I'm gonna run into is those are both illegal drugs. So my supply on them will eventually dwindle to the point of I don't have any more. At that point, though, maybe we'll have a better understanding. Oh, this hurts like a bitch.
Hopefully by that point, yes. If anything, I can probably synthesize something that could help in a way, but it's going to take some time. Plus, when the lunar eclipse does occur, no one will be seeing me for at least 3 days.
Well, what about me? What am I gonna do?
I do have something that might help, but it will
Just put me to sleep.
It will suppress your transformation. You watch as he reaches into a bag of holding he has on his side and pulls out a small wooden box. It looks like a cigar box. And you see him kind of take like 2 steps forward, and he gets to like the edge of the blood, and he just stops and goes. He kind of like looks over the blood for a moment, looks at the clothes he's wearing, the shoes he has on, and he just kind of like holds the box in his hand, and you see a spectral hand come from his hand and kind of bring you the box.
I'm chained up. What does he want me to do?
As the box gets to you, he does snap a finger, and both chains fall off.
All right. Oh yeah, I guess I'll take the box. Slowly open it. What's
looking inside? You find I'm trying to think of how long the eclipse is. 32 hours.
That's a long ass eclipse, bro.
It lasts a day and a half.
Jeez.
It's just so the sun doesn't get blocked. The moons go in front of each other, and it causes the sky to black out. So like no light makes it to the surface for a day and a half.
Okay.
Yeah, so in the box you see there are roughly 6 total doses of these syringes. It's kind of like an EpiPen, where it's just kind of like you bring it to you and then hit the plunger on it. He just says, as he steps away from the blood, just says, those should last you for the entirety of the eclipse. You should have probably 1 spare, but just in case, there is an extra. Just make sure to take those every 6 to 10 hours. Generally, when you feel a transformation coming on, you can activate one of those, and it should help you.
Okay. You think I should lock myself up somewhere? Have someone administer these just in case?
I don't know if you will have the chance to, but we'll see. Something tells me something is going to go wrong during that time, and you're probably going to need to be one of the ones to answer to whatever is going on.
I'm gonna have to restock on stems and holly leaf before that happens. I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. If I could at least have some other medication on hand to alleviate some of the effects, I'll stand a better chance at not killing everyone in the facility or on my team.
Yes, yeah, that is a good thing to have the concern for. And you see him kind of like 2 of the heads are drifted off in thought. The third one is actually like heavily debating on like your best course of action. Just says, if you do end up getting sent out on something during that time, just those should help you. Just remember, you won't be able to do any sort of transformation during that time.
Okay. That works.
I'll see if I can find a remedy to your other issues. And
Thank you, Cerberus.
if you were worried, don't be about anyone finding out about this. And he kind of leans forward a little bit and kind of like puts a hand up as if he's trying to like not let someone else hear. And he just says, there's quite a few things here that I'm not supposed to have access to at the moment. And I may or may not be playing with them in one of the back rooms.
Well, if you ever need a guinea pig for something, you know where to find me.
If you're so willing, I will not reject such help.
I don't think anything can be worse than this. I might be wrong, but it'll be hard
There
to
are
top it.
far worse things, but for you at the moment, yes, you are correct.
I'm gonna go over here. I'll untransform. Just kind of I'll walk around, like do a couple paces back and forth, feeling out the body, and then drop transformation. I'm gonna go grab my stuff, and then I'm gonna head back and sleep for a day. I'll let Ghost know and be like, listen, went to Cerberus, ran some tests. I'm beat. I'm going to bed.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna just sleep until the exhaustion wears off.
I will make a note. When you do see him, you have blood running, like you have like a blood stain like crossed across your face, and like your chest is red, like a red color, and everything else.
Would it not scar? I feel like this would leave a permanent scar.
You're not sure under the blood stain because you didn't exactly clean yourself up immediately after this. You just kind of
Oh yeah, I'll probably do that.
you wouldn't be able to clean up until you get back, anyways. But like,
yeah, no, I would see him and then be like, what I was saying before. Like I had some shit going on. Go shower and then I'm knocked.
okay, so you go and take your rest. So we'll just move you back to your room.
Yep. I want to go hang out with my little fox and nap. I'll feed him.
Okay. As for the rest of you, anything special for this day? Does anyone want to go out? Soap is standing outside of this room. You guys will be, or not Soap, Ghost will be hanging out outside of your room, Cyclops. Kind of your door open, just kind of just there if you need him. Though the rest of you, anyone have any special plans for this day? Or are we going to move on to another day of your R&R?
Not today. Today I'm resting.
Okay. The rest of you just kind
AKA
of
crying in bed.
yes. You all hang out for the day, whatnot. I'll say a few days passes, so by this point, Soap, you do not have your exhaustion anymore.
Sounds Gucci. I'm still yeah, I'm at you just gave me all the exhaustion.
I'm trying to figure out how to remove the exhaustion. I seem to have that's how you do it.
Slide jump.
You died. That's what I made you do you're so tired you were dead to us for about 24 hours.
Bro, I was so eepy, it just snatched my soul.
The following day though, or not following day, a few days later, I will say that while some early hour of the morning, actually, what would all of you be doing a few days in? Like, what would you all be doing a few days in once you've, rested a bit, kind of gotten through some of the grief of everything that occurred?
Why do I hear myself? Hold on.
Do you
That's
have the
probably
stream
me.
open?
No, it's because I had my headset mic on.
Oh,
Which is weird. I never have it on. I don't know why. Ra would be in his room. He's locked himself in his room, And if you were to go in there, there's going to be papers everywhere. It's him constantly trying to write a letter on how he feels to his family, even though they're gone. So it's a letter that'll never be delivered.
That's
Damn.
so sad.
That is really sad.
I mean, his
fact-
family's dead.
Yes, I know. It's
He's trying to
understandable.
find good coping mechanisms.
Yes.
It's either that or
Yes, we've
rope trick.
Can I go check on Ra?
Yeah, you can go check on Raw.
Good. I'm gonna knock on this door.
So you move your tile to do that.
I ain't there. I'm at the lab.
What the fuck? I dragged you here. Why is it not working? There we go.
Birth
Now
of
you do it.
I'm at the desk.
Oh wait, I'm gonna grab Fox.
You have control of that character, right? Did I give you ownership of
Yeah,
that?
but I'm not gonna move them all around right now.
Okay.
Yes. Knock. Oh wait, knock.
Go away.
Okay.
I like I just keep scribbling. Nah, I just crumple up a sheet of paper, throw it behind me, and start new.
I'm
Go
gonna knock
away.
on that door.
On whose store?
Wrath.
Wrath.
What?
I'm just checking, seeing how everyone's doing.
I'm very upset. Obviously, I'm beside myself.
I don't blame you.
I don't blame myself either.
Yeah. That's also good. You shouldn't blame yourself. That wasn't your fault.
How's the little guy?
He's I don't know. Can you speak to him? I can't speak to animals. I think he's good.
She gets a little chuckle out of that, but it's like a very dry, sarcastic chuckle, like the speak to animal thing. Where's his room?
Who?
Rob. Think I've
He's next
memorized.
door.
This one.
Ah,
Yeah.
I've never actually bothered to memorize who's in what's room. I go right to my room every time when we're done.
Maybe go see how he's doing. I tried to talk to him, but maybe he'll talk to you instead. I don't think he trusts me. I'm gonna go to my room. Yeah, God bless.
She'll kind of wrap her fist on the door and be like, Ra, can I come in?
I said, go away, soap.
Listen, even if you're beside yourself, you have to clean yourself sometime, okay? You can't avoid soap forever. You should go
Oh,
take a-
wait, you're not. You come in. You can come in.
You should go take
You're not
you can come
soap.
in. You're not soap. You're good. You can come in.
It seems like he has some aversion to personal hygiene, I say to him as he walks past the door.
I like that. That was funny.
I'm so sick of this fucking party, bro.
Ghost just kind of gave you a nod as he walked by you.
Genocide.
Please, I'd rather.
She's trying to be a little well-humored, but you know.
Try as I must, it does not work.
She's gonna walk over to Ra, get on her knee, and just kind of hug him.
It's been a while.
Yeah,
since I've had a hug.
It's been a while since you're gonna have a family as well. You got him.
I could.
I'm
say
an
the
owl. I
same.
have great hearing. I hear that from the other room, and I start sobbing.
The
I didn't say that.
only person that I had in my life died in that first attack. Before that, my parents died fighting for Almoria against Sarfstag, 20 years ago now. I know what it's like to be alone, to feel like you have nothing worth living for, and I'm so sorry about everything you're going through right now. I just want to say that I'm here for you, and I will do whatever it takes to be there for you. But she's kind of tearing up.
It's okay. I mean, there's just a lot to process.
It's
It's
not
been
okay.
no, 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 no. To understand what other people are feeling, it's not really my strong suit. Um, the only reason why I'm here was to make sure that my family was safe. My son left for the military to fight in the war and died. So, as the man of the house, I came out to protect the rest of my family. I couldn't even do that.
I enlisted for revenge, just petty revenge, and every day I ask whether the ends justify the means.
But what if there
But
is no means? There's no means to an end. It just keeps coming.
it's a cycle of violence.
But why?
I don't even know if I should be here in this war. I didn't have any contact with my superiors. It was just me and I'll call her my mother out here. We were setting up a mission when the attack happened. I just kind of threw myself into this. I haven't heard I haven't heard my God ever since.
After the
Man.
first war, I noticed, at least for me, there was no God. Family was everything. That's why I dropped. That's why I'm out. I came back to protect them. Now they're gone.
You fought in that first war?
I should have been with them.
I wished you had some honor for your reasoning. My parents were sellswords. I loved them, but there was no real honor in what they did. They fought for the right side, but
Is
what they
there ever
really
a
throw
right side?
themselves away for?
Is there ever a right side if everyone gets hurt?
I don't know anymore. I thought so, but I'm not sure anymore.
Go back over my desk to I got like a little spark of inspiration. I just start writing again for a second and then realize it's still not good enough. And I crumple it up and throw it away again.
I'll pick it up and uncrumple it. What does it say?
I didn't think you'd actually do it.
Shit.
Shit.
Damn it. Now I have to explain myself. Fuck.
Welcome to DM's world when they ask for the NPC's name.
Fuck.
Yes.
Literally.
Just explain the emotions of it.
Pretty much. I'm just
keep the RP going. I'm loving this shit.
Let's see. I mean, what I have written down is pretty much an apology letter to my family who's no longer there. You know, and I write some and realize it's not good enough because I'll never be able to express how sorry I actually am for not being there with them. Because I should have been there.
It's okay not to have the words. It's the feeling that matters. You know what you feel. You just can't process it into. You can't put your grief into words. And that's okay. You're not inadequate because of it. You're not failing them because you can't write this down. That you are just tearing yourself up over this speaks so much more than words. You love them with all your being. You were willing to make the ultimate sacrifice for them, and they know that.
But they don't know that.
I think somewhere they do. I don't know.
Because if they did, I would have been with them.
Little guy.
I put my head down on the desk.
She's gonna like put her hand kind of on his little shoulder. I didn't know them. I can't speak. Like, oh, they'd want you to keep going, but I like to believe they would. You can do good in the world. You still have that chance because you're right here, right now. You can turn that grief into something more that's not what you want to hear, but you still have so much to give, whether you can see it right now or not.
This would be so much easier if they were here.
Yeah. I wish my mother superior was here too. She was my whole world. I dedicated my entire life to pleasing her. Temple, I was bullied because I was a hobgoblin. So I did everything I could to excel past my classmates, to be the best there was, and I got chosen to go on this mission with her, and now I'm the only one left standing. And I, for some reason, had the delusion in my mind that she'd want me to dedicate my life to revenge against the faceless enemies that took her from this world too soon. But I don't know. I know I can do something better in my life. I just don't know what. Maybe we can find that together. I don't know. But I think everyone here knows grief on some level.
Yeah, but this is a lot all at once.
Yeah.
First it was the son, and now it's the rest of them.
I'll never know what that's like, but
Like, I don't even have a home anymore. It's gone. Like, there's not even a building.
maybe we should try getting out of here. Just drowning in regrets. Maybe we could use a little fresh air. I could carry you if you'd like.
You don't have to
You're
carry
too
me.
weak.
I can walk.
Okay.
And we go outside.
And scene. That was awesome.
Dude.
That was awesome, boys.
Dude, I am fucking dude. You could feel it. You could feel it. You know, it's right in the chest.
Where's our where's our Grammy or whatever the fuck?
Hey, yo, where's my Emmy, boys? Where's my Emmy?
Yeah, in real life, I lost my dad in Iraq, so I was kind of channeling some of that.
Oh shit!
Tyler
Tyler
knows.
I'm well acquainted with that because I was his friend at that time. So you know.
Yeah, we grew up on base together.
Ooh,
we lived across the street from each other.
Oh, that's cute.
While that conversation was happening, Soap, you stepped out into the hallway. You would see Ghost making his way towards your room as you stepped out. And he kind of pauses, 15-ish feet from you and just kind of, you can see he's not in his normal, he's not wearing the leather armor he usually wears or his regular military garb. He's dressed in more civilian clothing, which is odd. You've never really seen him dressed in just like a pair of like khakis and like a nice shirt.
All right. I guess I'd see him. I'd also see Wrath and Ra making their way out. Just kind of just gesture for him to follow me back in.
He kind of makes his way over. He's like, "What's up?"
I mean, you're the one coming to me. What's dressed like this too? Where are you going?
I was gonna want to see if you wanted to come out to a place I always visit to around this time of year. I normally do it alone, but I kind of wanted to see if anyone else wanted to join. Especially
I'll
with the
come.
tensions that are going on now.
Here, tell you what. And soap's gonna start changing. Change. Grab a single joint in the pack, my pack of C's. I'm gonna grab a little fox. I'm in like casual clothing now. And then I will go and pick up the leather or the letter, not leather. Jesus, this beer, man. I'll grab the letter off my desk and just say, I just need to drop this off real quick.
All right, that's fine by me.
This is for player to DM. This is back to base camp for the organization. When I had gone back into my room, I would be reaching out via the sending zone, seeing if anyone would actually get a reply back. And then I'm sending a letter to see if I get an answer. So I just drop that off.
The sending stone you have to communicate back with home base, right? Of your order. You would get a quick response. It's
home base, and this isn't to Errol.
It's a bit hasted. Kind of just the basic rundown. Everything's gone to shit. They're trying to figure out what's going on. They lost contact with multiple people, and Errol at the moment has been MIA, but that's not uncommon of Errol. They did get confirmation though he is still alive.
I'm pretty. Would they fill me in on Kale?
He was the one stationed at the tree.
Yeah, and
anyone stationed at the tree has become MIA. They don't know where any of them are. They can't confirm they're dead, but they don't know where they are.
So just like, cool. So my father figure is also dead. Solid. I ain't acknowledging that right now. I'm still sending that letter though, and then I'll walk out and be like, I just need to drop this off real quick, and then I'm good to go. I think 2 of the members are going elsewhere right now. The other 2, I don't know what they're up to. I haven't heard anything from Blackstone's room in a while.
Uh-oh. No. He just says
opens door, pool of blood.
He just says check with them. If any of them want to come, just bring them out front. I'll be waiting out there. And you see him like as you do that, like pull out like a cigar and just like start walking off with it.
All right. Well,
oh fuck.
Would they have left? They're gone, right?
I think we're just leaving.
Yeah, they just walked out as you guys are making your way.
Where are you going?
Ghost is going on an outing to get some fresh air. I wanted to know if anyone else was interested. I was just about to go make my rounds. I think
we were just getting out to get some fresh air too. What do you think, Ra?
Whatever, it's fine.
If you'd like to join, you can. I'm just gonna check in on the other 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna knock. Oh yeah, just meet Ghost out front. That's what he said. I'm gonna knock on the door and go, hello, yoo-hoo, big summer blowout. I'm just kidding.
The door explodes.
Big summer blowout.
By the way, in case anyone because I wanted to add more depth into my room, so you see this deer antler thing. I got a bunch of scribbles and like things like stabbed into it, but only the deer.
bunch of piece of papers
Only the
just
deer.
stuck in the antlers.
Oh, not papers. Like I like like fucked with it, drew all over it.
Oh,
because it's a deer. It looks like a deer.
Why?
It is a
what
deer.
is that supposed to mean?
Don't worry about it.
Soap would see this and be like, "Well, wait until he sees
Don't worry about it.
this
wait
tool will
until
be
he sees the new transformation. It's so much worse."
this tool will be important later.
The mystery mouse tool.
Cool. That will help us later.
Knock on the door. Just Blackstone.
Yeah.
Hey, bud, how you doing?
I'm currently sitting at my desk. I say as I am sitting at my desk.
Does he have?
Wow,
No, his
good
desk
enough.
is just empty.
No. Currently there is literally the only thing there. Not even dust, because I'm immaculate. 2 books and a very short stack of paper, and I'm just writing, and that's it.
You're in the wrong
I
spot to
haven't
be at your
stopped,
desk.
by the way. I haven't stopped, by the way. I looked up, and I was still writing.
I'm just gonna kind of like stand close and just look, just watch what he's writing for a minute.
Do you understand algebraic formulae and literally other
I'm just gonna
languages?
stop you there. I'm just gonna stop you there.
There you go.
I don't do math.
Why are there numbers and letters on the same piece of paper?
Listen, those symbols point to Greek symbols or whatever. If we have those in this universe, I don't do that. That's not me.
Well, it's a good thing I do. Magic, the magic expert and all that. I say as I'm literally staring you right in the eye and still writing.
So just a thought, especially with everything that's happened. You want to go take a break? Maybe touch some grass, go on a little stroll. I might be coming off as insensitive. Um, Apologies in advance.
My hand pauses for a moment, and I keep writing. I'm like, if you'll give me like 5 minutes, I want to
All right.
finish this thought.
Yeah, just meet me outside.
Duvali would have loved this weather.
Oh God.
You could have unclogged my door, asshole.
Oh yeah, wait, my
It
bad.
reminds me of the day that we got engaged.
Shut up.
Is Anthony just standing in the center of the room? Is that what's happening?
No.
Anthony just stands in the middle of his room. Nothing else.
There's nothing
Alright.
else in the room.
Writing
Cabinet
down,
has
I'm coming out.
filled. Nothing.
What is Anthony doing in his room?
I am casting a spell.
Oh, so I
Oh,
open
yeah.
the door and it's just magic spells. I'm like, oh.
All right, give me the details of the spell.
I am casting legend lore.
Oh. Okay.
What is that?
It's a very nice spell for lore. It allows me to tell you about the world. It's literally a DM's dream spell.
So basically, for context, I open this door and I'm just blasted with lore.
No, you just see the room is like he's like sitting in a circle, his eyes would be glowing. He would just be either staring straight up or straight down. There'd be kind of like a mystical wind in the room. You know, magic shit.
Okay. All right. I'll let you do your thing then. I'm gonna mute. I'll be back.
All right. I'm going to pull up the spell legend lore because I don't have the details of it in front of me.
I have it right here. I can send it.
I'm about to pull it up if D&D and Beyond wants to load.
It's it. It's
You just I can just copy and paste it.
That is
Send it to
true. That is true, man. Like you could do that as I open it. All right. You can read the spell. What do you want to know?
I am trying to find out information about what is happening to Liverin.
City of
So-
Liverin.
As part of like the information it's asking, I'm just kind of recounting everything I know about Raw and the city.
Okay. So you're specifically looking into the location, right?
Yeah. If it's still like alive or anything about it that might help.
Okay. Looking, into the, I guess, the weave of the magic that you're casting right now, kind of entering this sort of darkened state where you don't see Soap walking into the room, or at least open the door. You get images of what you believe to be the astral sea, bits and pieces of mass that seem to be pressed together into a sort of floating island that's just floating out in the sea. You can see that among on this, like, attached to it, there are still buildings and structures that seem to still be there. There also appears to be the occasional signs of life, of possibly someone still there, still moving around on this heap of rock that seems to be floating around through the astral sea. And you also get glimpse of fragments of the city that seemed to be not, I guess, not the fragments of the city itself, but the people who lived there. There are fragments of them that seem to still be present in the material plane. You don't see who they are, where they are, or anything like that, but you get an idea that some people weren't in the city when it happened. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to tell you. How do you feel about that answer so far, as I'm looking frantically through my notes, see if there is anything else I need to tell you?
I mean,
It's about what you expected.
I expected.
Okay. Because I don't think I have anything else. I'm like sitting here going, is there any other information?
I mean, it is supposed to be cryptic or figurative information.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what you see.
Okay. That's something at least.
The spell kind of ends. You find yourself staring straight at Soap, who's just standing in the doorway. I believe confused. Soap, you can unmute.
What was that?
Magic.
How come everyone's just giving short? You know what? I'm working on controlling myself. You want to go on a trip?
Where?
Outside.
Outside.
Listen, I'm also
where?
working on minimal information.
I suppose.
The greatest answer of all time. Do you want to go out? I suppose.
I don't know if the stream's watching, but Soap just closed the door and leaves.
Yeah, that's what I saw. Anthony walked out immediately after, just like, okay. So you all are meeting out front?
Oh. Yeah.
Okay. A lot of you all getting out front, preparing to leave. You do notice around this point, as you guys kind of come out to the front, there is a vehicle already waiting. It doesn't look like one of the military vehicles. It looks more civilian. It looks like a pickup truck. 3 seats in the front, and then the bed of the truck for people to sit in. Soap is already sitting in the driver's seat, ready to go, sitting there, kind of leaned out the window a little bit, cigar hanging from his mouth that he's slowly puffing on. He's just waiting for each of you to get in.
Okay.
Okay. So all of you climb into the truck. Let me go to the next map and get everyone's tiles in place. Because I do have a map for this. Okay, so the lot of you, and we'll go to the standby screen real quick. You'll all be sitting here for a moment as I do the describing. As you all travel along, kind of get in this truck and begin this drive from the base. Does anyone want to RP while you're either... So, who's sitting in the truck and who's sitting in the bed of the truck?
I'm in the bed.
I'll be
Bad.
in.
Okay.
I don't know, man. Whatever fucking seats left.
There's a seat in the cabin still, and there's a seat in the bed.
I'm like, my legs are. I'm like over 6 foot. My character's just kind of like awkwardly squeezing in there.
Okay, so we have 3 in the cabin. So you'll be in the bed with Ra, Anthony, and Corgrin. Not Corgrin. You're not Corgrin. That used Blackstone. I looked at Discord, saw Corgrin.
Yeah, I can't change my name, so
Huh? You
you
can't?
did this. You did this to me.
Does everyone not have that ability? What the fuck?
I changed mine.
Are you sure you're just not stupid? Sir.
Oh, I have to go into edit server. I can't just change nickname. Understandable.
They change. Yeah, that's yeah, they changed that.
Thanks, Discord.
Yeah, it's dumb shit. Anywho, so yeah, any RP to any we want to do as you're driving along. Soap is kind of sitting quietly, driving, arm leaned against the window, kind of occasionally grabbing his cigar and taking it from his mouth for a minute before continuing to puff on it, driving with one hand.
Probably just taking in the natural world at this point. Not really wanting to look at anyone right now.
I'm just smoking ciggies.
It's good because there seems to be like a weird smoke filter above our characters on the awaiting video feed.
Yes. This is
Looking like
cabin.
Dan Tom Scott right now with all that smoke.
Well, as you all travel, a few hours pass by of driving before, at some point you see the city of Elrin and Camp Rockran pass by as you guys are driving kind of northwest, sort of in the direction of where Liverin was, but before getting to the plains or as you get into the plains, you start heading more north towards Renport. Roughly about a 4-hour drive ish. And upon arriving to the site that Soap is going to, or Ghost is going to, you see in a large field there are these kind of small fences made of stone and metal that seem to be surrounding a very large open area that seems to have a mixture of a couple of statues and stuff, as well as several it's essentially a memorial site of sorts. And as you guys pull up and stop, Ghost kind of lets out a sigh and just says, we're here.
And where is here exactly?
Here.
He starts climbing out of the truck as he kind of lets out a sigh and says, this is the San Cliston Memorial Site. My hometown. Or was my hometown.
What happened here?
Several years ago, before I joined, my family and a few others were slowly constructing a town here before it was wiped off the map by Gorganian troops. I am one of a handful of people that survived that day, but it was roughly 3,000 people that died.
Is that why you call yourself Ghost?
No, that's mostly due to my ability to disappear in combat. But
Well, that's banal. I'm so sorry for your loss.
It's fine by this point. I just come here every year around this time to, I guess, just visit my parents. He kind of, he's closed the door of the truck and he's like slowly starting to walk towards it. And you can see as you guys are walking in, there is because you stopped around about 100 feet from the gravesite, or not gravesite, but the memorial site. And you can see there's a plaque on one of the fences that says the name of the location, and then pretty much gives like a spew of just like a detail of like a town that had been destroyed. Gives the idea of 3,000 people were killed that day, and 1,000 more that weren't in the area at the time had been displaced from their homes.
Why did they attack?
Before he answers that, you can see as well, like beyond this memorial site, you can see the remnants of like the town itself. There's like the foundations of a few buildings kind of within this gravesite, and beyond it there is the paths of it look to be what once would have been the roads that seem to have been overgrown a bit and things like that. And to your question, he turns and just says, I couldn't tell you why they attacked us. Probably because we were an easy target, something to demoralize Osmond as a whole, but instead it fired up a few of us who are now fighting against those that did this to us.
Have you ever thought about
She was just muttering to herself, just more of that senseless violence.
have you ever thought about fixing up the town?
He kind of gives a shrug and just kind of says, if the war ever ends, and if we win it, I've had thoughts of doing so, but there's no point in doing it now.
Mm-hmm. Would give the dead a nice place to stay.
I don't think I could ever live here again, though. Not after what happened. He kind of he lets his head hang a little bit for a second before kind of letting out a deep sigh and kind of leading you all inside. And now I'm going to switch the map to a specific part of the gravesite. You guys get to the middle of the memorial site. There's a statue in the center of this courtyard here. Specifically of what god was it? It is a statue of the goddess Animus, standing in the center of the this specific plot of the memorial site. So kind of, please don't wander too far.
I'm just putting myself in the area.
Yep. So he kind of walks over.
Sprint across the fucking court grounds, all the way to the other side.
He kind of makes his way over here and just kind of stops in front of one of the tombstones, or I guess tombstone that just has on it. Let's see here. Where did his thing go? Seem to have lost his thing. Do I just have? You see, I don't have his parents' name written down. That's really sad. Or maybe I do. It's in his file. That's where it is. I'm looking in the wrong places. I need his file.
We're all just ghosts now.
You say we're all just ghosts now?
What's their parents' names?
All right, I didn't make the full family bloodline, my man.
What's this person's name?
Tim Tebow.
Damn, that's crazy. You guys lost even with Tim Tebow.
That was why they lost. No, I'm just kidding. I've probably just angered someone out there that I don't know who they are, but they're now very angry with me. I'm about to pull up Ghost's file so I can tell you the two names on it. Aha! You see pretty much like a Here Lies, and then it's Serenity and Hestro Nightshade. And then, ages of each of them. Father was 45, his mother was 43.
Your mom had a beautiful name.
Kind of gives you a nod without kind of looking in your direction, kind of slowly kind of sits down onto his knees, and you watch him reach into a bag of holding he has on his side and pull out essentially it is a thing of flowers that he in a stone vase and everything out of this thing, and just kind of like sets it down. On grave sites they have the metal cones in the ground for like putting flowers into, like the actual big memorial sites. It's one of those. Kind of sets it down into it, and he just kind of he's just kind of sitting there, kind of on his knees, kind of staring at the gravestone, kind of quietly, just spending time with it for a moment. The rest of you are able to move, Blackstone and Raw and Anthony.
Oh, I know.
Okay, you guys are just chilling over there while this is happening, just like, I don't.
I mean, I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. I'll call him like over here.
You guys could be with the rest of the party, and like you can look at the other.
Range.
Yeah. So as this is happening, Soap, you start hearing him start talking about, just like speaking with the gravestone of just like he's talking to his mom and dad or whatever, the typical movie thing.
Yeah.
You see him
I
getting
could
a little
afford my
bit
parents.
teared up a little bit as he's kind of sitting there, but he's doing a very good job of like keeping it in, but you can see he's on a teetering point.
My parents were on the outs of our tribe. We could only afford a pauper's grave for them when they brought back what was left from the war.
Kind of
I'm just
give
gonna
you a
put
nod.
put a hand on his shoulder.
It kind of like he doesn't look at you, but you can definitely tell he's acknowledging you there, and kind of like reaches a hand, like his left hand up, and kind of just like pats your hand for a moment. And just like there's a brief moment, he kind of holds on to it for like comfort for like a brief moment, and then kind of lets his slant hand slip back down. And he kind of just lets out a sigh and just kind of back to sitting there quietly, almost like he's meditating. So what's everyone's passive perceptions?
Pretty fucking high.
Hi. I'm Soap.
19.
19. Anyone below an 18?
I'm a 10.
Okay, so Wrath and Anthony don't notice. A very
what about
tall
a passive investigation of 20?
No.
Passive perception 23.
Those that are above an 18 would notice some way further down in the distance. There's a very tall individual wearing a very fancy looking kind of silk black cloak, hood up, very wide hood. Seems to be on the far side of this plot, holding something holding something in their hand, and is kind of looming over one of the tombstones.
Active investigation.
Sure. I can only tell you so much from this range, but like if you would like to go closer, I could possibly give you more.
You know what? I'll zoom on over to like here.
Okay.
And then I'll roll a fucking 29.
Jesus Christ. All right. For one, she seems a bit taller than most average folks.
It's a she. Good to know.
You can tell it's a she the way that they are moving. With that investigation check, you can tell by the way they are moving. Also, you do notice this person is possibly wearing heels. You haven't been able to see them through the cloak, but like the way their movements are, it seems like someone in heels. You don't see all that many guys wearing heels. Maybe once in a blue moon, but like there's not that many.
Once in a blue moon. Okay.
It's only when they drank a bunch of blue moon that they wear them. No.
Hey, what you got against Blue Moon?
Yeah, bro. Come on. That's my starter beer whenever I go to a fucking restaurant.
Makes you wear high heels if you drink too much. Tell me I'm wrong.
It is kind of fruity.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyways. Yeah, so something about them is kind of odd. They're taller than normal. You haven't been able to see any semblance of like, or any hints of like what race they are. They're wearing these you've seen it, wearing these silk kind of like black gloves that match the cloak. Think of like a person in mourning, like dressed in like the black dress and all that with the gloves on, like at like a gravesite. It's kind of like that kind of getup, but it's not quite 100% that. I guess if that makes sense.
Right.
And they haven't turned towards you in any kind of way, but you have seen what's in their hand. The few times they have turned and kind of like shifted around between these gravestones or whatever, you do notice that they are holding what looks like a small, draconic looking skull.
Oh, okay. All right, well, you had my interest, but now you have my attention. Do I happen to have anybody buried at this site, perchance?
Based on what you can tell, there's a pretty good chance they probably did bury some of the bodies here, but you're not entirely sure if all of them would be here.
All of who? What?
Like the bodies, like of the people that have gravestones here. Am I not making sense to you?
We're talking about the disaster.
This specific disaster. You're talking about this one.
I'm confused as to which disaster.
This one is specifically the San Callistium Memorial, like the destruction of this town and the people who were killed here. This is not the Liverin one that you guys were a part of.
Okay.
This one happened long before any of you joined the military, if that makes sense.
I was about to say, I have no idea what's going on. So do I have anyone buried here?
No.
Okay. See, that's what I was trying to get at.
Okay.
Bro. All right. So I'm kind of just gonna scoot right over here. I'm gonna lean against this pillar, and I'm just gonna listen. This she has my interest, but not enough to go prod her into her personal business.
Okay. The rest of you that have noticed her, does anyone point them out to the ones that no one else has noticed yet?
I mean, I am gonna put this. She's the dragon lady mourning, bro. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I'd see it. She doesn't seem to be doing anything crazy.
Until she starts to turn around, it's like "fuck you all," but bang, bang, bang.
Yeah,
Never saw this coming, motherfucker.
Listen, I've learned my lesson of getting involved in shit I shouldn't.
What's happening?
I think we should let them grieve.
I
Who's here?
feel like this is his way of saying, "Let's go fuck with the lady."
My character's just utterly confused because she's been staring at the statue of Animus, who's the daughter of her patron deity. It's just like, cool.
Oh,
Well, bye.
Did we just lose somebody?
So
I saw him
We'll never
fade
be
out of
seen again.
existence. Oh no, even his icon's gone. He's just gone. He's been eaten by the. He's back.
welcome back.
Oh, I'm back. Sorry. What do we decide on? We gonna go mess the lady who's just chilling.
No, I'm just gonna cast Emulator on her from here and let it be that.
Oh, are we actually? Oh, okay.
No.
Are we
Oh,
actually going to
I don't
war with this
know.
random chick that we found?
Going to war, more like watching her burn, bro. Come on.
Yeah, dog. To be fair, we did kill a bunch of people. I want to be shocked.
This will make me feel better.
Oh, but I was the direct involvement of an event that killed thousands of people. I guess I'm murder hoboing from now on.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad.
I might be, but
What?
I would kind of be mad if
joke.
I just
It's a joke.
devolved into that.
It's a prank. It's a prank, bro.
You're a prank.
That's what my mom said.
shit.
Oh god.
Your mom's kind of based, bro. What the fuck?
Thanks, mom. I appreciate you being based.
All right.
No, so what
continuing
are we
on.
doing?
If you'd like to
I'm
sit
just
and
gonna
watch, I can keep describing what she's doing if you're interested.
Sure, let's all creep on this person.
Everyone gather around the dragon lady.
Everybody be careful. We're gonna go touch her.
I'll just
Anthony just walks up and strokes her hair a bit.
hit strokes. I'm gonna. Fuck, I gotta move my character. I'm with Ghost. That ain't my job. Someone else go be creepy. I'll let Ghost know though. I'll be like, hey, we have a visitor.
Okay. I'm an ordained religious person. I'll go talk to him.
Yeah, Ghost kind of looks up towards her and just goes, kind of looks a little confused and just says, never seen her here before.
I'm not one to interrupt someone's morning, but we are at war.
Yeah. She's giving, you kind of see him like squinting towards her and just kind of says, she's giving me an odd vibe. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about her being here.
No,
Why is there a health bar? Why is there a health bar?
my character has her AirPods in. She can't hear you.
Okay, Wrath, as you do kind of make your way over, you hear this person speaking under their breath. What languages do you speak?
I speak Goblin, Infernal, Orc, Common, and then I have telepathy, so I can mind read.
You don't understand what she's saying. Very harsh kind of language, a lot of growls, hisses, things of that nature. You hear what almost sounds like maybe more than one voice, but you're not entirely sure. But you hear her speaking as she's kind of just in one hand, just kind of holding this. And now that you're closer and you would be able to recognize it, it looks like a kobold skull. Occasionally placing her other hand over it and kind of like moving her hand across it as if she was petting it.
Based.
I will kind of I'm not going to interrupt her, but I'll kind of be like standing on the road or whatever by her.
You see after a moment of her just kind of speaking with herself, kind of points a finger down towards this the grave that she's standing in front of, and you watch as a kind of a slight bit of like energy seems to form around her hand, and then where this vase is, you see flowers starting to grow from this vase and out and like blossom out into like a huge, I guess, bouquet of flowers and stuff.
That's cute.
All of which are the colors red. All the flowers are red, green, and blue.
Well, I'm glad I didn't. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't make this character colorblind.
That was a thought.
Because, well, Journey is colorblind.
I didn't know that.
She's red-green colorblind. That detail is inspired by my dad. But
very, very interesting detail. I don't think it affected anything in the previous campaign, but that is a very interesting detail.
But after she grows the vase, Raph will kind of slowly approach.
You see her kind of like straighten up slightly as you kind of make your way towards her, and slightly peeking out from the hood, you see a scaly blue snout, or not scaly blue, scaly green snout, kind of peek out for a moment, and just kind of says in common, just, "And who might you be?"
And it's a beautiful bouquet of flowers you materialized. I'm a priestess of Dominus Animus's father in the traditional Obscurus pantheon, at least. I'm sorry for your loss.
It's all right. He's always with me, even now. And you can see on the gravestone, there is the words, "Here lies Rat Dog, my beloved."
I'm sorry. Fucking what? Rat dog?
Yes.
What's the gear on the gravestone?
Well, first off, there's a picture of a kobold wearing a bucket on his head with a spear in hand. Underneath that, it shows this kobold died at like 15.
Oh.
Which is fully adult kobolds. Kobolds like grow up very fast, so he was an adult when he died.
Is that his skull?
You see the green snout kind of give a slight nod and says, you hear the voice, the mouth doesn't talk. He says, the mouth isn't moving, but you can hear her voice still, and you hear her say, "Yes, we happen to have been passing through this place when everything happened, and he attempted to protect me with his life."
One of my friends lost his family in this battle. I've only just learned of it today. I'm not from around here.
Kind of see the green snout, kind of like the head kind of peek out from the hood a little bit. Kind of one eye kind of making eye contact with yours. Kind of takes in your appearance for a moment, just says, "Aren't you just an interesting little thing?" She kind of turns towards you, and you now get a full look what's under the hood. You see 3 heads. One green, one red, and one blue.
You remind me of someone I know.
She says, "Really now? I do."
Yeah. Few more scales than him, but same theory, I suppose.
Oh, you speak of 3-headed beasts such as myself.
Calls himself Cerberus.
You see her, all three of the heads kind of like chuckle. Just one of them just says, "What an interesting little name for such a beast."
I don't know him too well, but he's supposed to be smart.
Well, you do know what they say.
Three heads are
and
better
she
than
kind
one.
of, yeah, as she pulls off the hood, just says, "3 heads are better than one." The rest of you now see, as she pulls off this hood, you can see the 3 heads. Think
I'm
of
sorry for your loss.
think of Lady Demetrascus size. That's how tall she is. Saying that for certain people in the party.
Did I hear
would-
mommy?
What was your relation to the your beloved?
He was the favorite of the kobolds who worked for me. Always stuck by my side. Such a good little pet.
In the background, how fucking dare you, kobolds aren't pets, they're people.
Hey, Rat Dog was a pet and he loved it. You can't tell me he didn't.
Whoa there. All right.
Do you come out here every year?
It depends. Generally, it's only if I'm in this part of the world. I don't normally get this far out.
So you travel then?
Occasionally, when I feel my associate I work with often is a bit too overbearable, or he doesn't have anything that comes of interest to me at the time. You notice like 2 of the heads start looking over to your party. The rest of you do notice that 2 of the heads are looking at you, kind of taking in all of your appearances, those that she can see from where she is standing.
I don't know most of them too well, but many of them are touched by very deep loss.
Well, mostly.
That does seem to be the trend nowadays, especially with these times of war that we're experiencing. And you can tell that in the way she says this, there is no mourning she's doing. This is simply just a place to visit because someone that she cared about is here, but she's not sad that they're gone. If anything, just the thought of war, though, seems to almost excite her, if that makes sense.
My type of lady.
I'm
Goddamn.
sorry. What?
Don't worry about it.
What's the nature of your work?
It depends on the season. Right now, simply just to see if I can get a hold of a few things before everything goes upside down, if that makes sense.
I think things already started going upside down. You hear
Not
about
qu-
those cities?
I wasn't too far away when it happened.
Can you describe it?
I could do one better, and she kind of like brings a finger out and just kind of like without you being able to react, kind of just like taps her claw against your forehead, and you get a very vivid image of the sky over these locations opening up and just hundreds and hundreds of these huge tendrils reaching down and like pulling up chunks of land. I think there's a movie that did this. Actually, there's probably a
Should we-
couple movies that did this.
I'll be making my way over. Do I see this illusion?
You don't see an illusion. You saw this individual tap Wrath's head, and Wrath's head whip backwards, and her arms kind of go to the side, and you see her eyes are glowing, and her mouth's kind of opened a gate.
Do I see kind of like it drag those
falling in.
landmasses up into the portal?
You do. You see it like dragging up different pieces, and you can hear just a horrific eldritch roar coming from these the portal. Specific one you see is over the great tree that is in the city of Gattersmere.
Is that where Raw's family's from?
Nope,
No,
never.
that's where Errol's,
so-
or not Errol. That's where Soap's people that you guys don't know about is. War.
Okay.
Um,
So am I kind of
no,
held in the vision?
Didn't they read my doc? If they had access to the file, they might have.
they had access to it. I forgot to redact some of that stuff, but it's fine. I completely forgot that stuff was in the file because I like skimmed through it and I was like, no, they know about your transformation. It's fine. I forgot there was more on there, but it's fine. No, but all of you, no, like the rest of you saw Wrath, her head whip back for like maybe 5 seconds, and then she kind of like whips back forward. Wrath, for you, it felt like you were in this vision for like an hour, just watching every detail.
So kind of come out of it and kind of almost be filled with like a sense of renewed hope. That, maybe something can be done, or maybe she has like a first-hand account of what's happened. She'll kind of turn back to this dragon lady and say thank you.
One of the heads kind of gives a smile, another one looks a little confused, and she kind of, the one that smiles just says it's really no problem at all. And you see the one that didn't really react just kind of muttered, just what an extraordinary thing we saw that day.
Soap would be running up and just be like, "Russ, oh my god, are you okay?" After just watching your head whip back.
Yes, I find that I'm better than okay. Thank you for your concern, Soap. I have quite a lot to think about now.
What are you talking about? What happened?
One of the heads looks towards you as you're saying this and just says, "Oh, what a cute little furball that you have joined us now."
He's okay.
Watch yourself.
She
She
lost
just
someone.
has a big grin, like not a grin on her face, but like a big smirk on like all of her faces as they're all now fixated on you.
I won't as easily fall for some tricks.
Trick. No, she gave me one of the greatest gifts I've ever had. Hope.
I was about to say.
Right. You realize you sound like you were talking like you're on drugs, correct?
Yeah. My character's absolutely elated, but you guys like just like some weird shit happen and have like zero content.
What did she show you that what happened?
I know something you don't.
I'm sorry. It's just the way he's talking gives off the she's giving me the one thing I needed, a bullet in my gun vibe.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's definitely like deranged. Like, this is a psych ward patient who has escaped kind of vibes.
This is what you would hear right before hearing a bang in the distance, like straight up.
You've given me what I needed, a bullet in my gun.
Saying like you're confused and what you didn't see me like standing there for an hour.
Oh, would
Taking
you
it
like
all
to
in.
see as well? And she kind of like holds up her like a finger.
Allow her to give you clarity.
It's
Wow,
very
I
elegant
swear to
thinking.
God.
Brad's making it sound like it's a cult.
Yeah, Wrath, this we're gonna have to have a word if this is something. If this is what I think it is, we're gonna have a talk.
What do you think it is?
I think she's hypnotizing you, but I'm about to find out.
Okay.
Do I need to call Dare?
Yeah.
You're trying
All
to
right.
dare.
You know what? Also, am I seeing this person? Be like, I know someone like you.
Yeah. You do see her, and she's looking at you. That she called you a little furball.
Do you say I know somebody who looks like you?
Yeah, I said I know someone that looks like you.
She kind of
we literally had this conversation about an hour ago, actually.
she gives you a look and just says, "So I've heard."
He doesn't exist though. Anyways, what do you got, huh? You gonna cast a spell on me? You gonna cast some magic?
She let me see into her mind, or rather, she projected her memories into mine.
She says, I could certainly cast a spell on you if that's what you want, but I just simply
No,
shared an experience."
I recommend you take up the offer.
Wrath, I'm gonna have to ask you to shut up. You sound like you're on drugs.
I'm high on life.
So it's just like it just sounds like Wrath's like, drink the Kool-Aid. Come on. Don't you want to be cool? Drink the Kool-Aid. Join us.
It's why cool's in the name.
I'm gonna let you. She seems to be extremely amused by this, and you don't know why, but she
I'll
is
indulge.
very humored.
I'll indulge. What do I need to put out my hand?
No.
She shakes her head, and she simply, without you being able to react as well, just like she leans towards you a little bit, and then she just kind of like pokes your forehead the same way that he did to her, or she did to him. Her. Fuck. Same way she did to Raz. My brain just shut off for a second. And you see the same images, the sky opening up, tendrils coming down, tearing up the city. You see the tree itself getting multiple tendrils wrapping around it and pulling it from the ground, roots and everything, and dragging it into this portal. Things of that nature. And once again, the rest of you see him whip his head back for 5 seconds. Roll me a wisdom save as well, sir. But you see him whip his head back a little bit and then kind of snap forward after about 5 seconds. Soap, it feels like you were in that vision for an hour. 15?
Indeed.
Give me a moment. Where is it? There you are. Okay, yeah. You're good. You're perfectly fine.
No, after coming out of this, I'm dropping to my knees. I'm crying.
This is one of Soap's.
Yeah.
Raph will go to like her knee and kind of embrace him because like she doesn't know why he's crying, but it's obvious he needs like some kind of support.
She takes a slight step back and just kind of like looking at you, like kind of arms slightly crossed, like one arm crossed across her chest, the other one kind of like pressed up against one of her 3 chins. And it just goes, well, that was an unexpected reaction. She begins speaking with herself. You see the 3 heads like talking between one another. I don't think any of you speak. The 2 of you don't speak Draconic, right?
I don't.
I speak Abyssal, not Draconic.
So you see the 3 heads speaking to each other. Not a word is being understood. She is also still holding the kobold skull.
So you were there, and what? You just watched for entertainment?
Well, there wasn't much else that I could do in the situation. Yes, I may have been able to try to fight back or something of the nature, but I don't exactly do that. Plus, I am a bit of a sucker for a bit of chaos. I also had no idea why this was happening, and I was intrigued.
It's because one of their siblings died. It called them to the plane.
Really? These things have a family line. You see her kind of flip a claw up, and this kind of like notepad just kind of like materializes in the air and kind of like a poof and like a pen with it and starts like writing down stuff. And she goes, "This creature then, did you interact with this entity?"
They originate from the astral plane.
Before. Oh,
Well, the astral portal was right there in the vision.
I was just gonna say before I tell you what we know, who exactly are you?
Where are manners? I go by the name Callista.
And whose side are you on in this war? Or are you just simply on the side of chaos?
I'm simply visiting the area at the time because I had a few things I was trying to get that's in this region of the world. I'm just not entirely sure where to look as of now. If you're curious about the whole chaos thing, I don't know if you've possibly heard of a individual believed to be a descendant of the great Tiamat herself running around. Those rumors are mostly about me.
Not familiar.
No, would I know?
Knowing Errol, he would have talked about her because I'm pretty sure he tried to flirt with her.
He did. He did.
He definitely tried to flirt with her.
Wait. Oh. You said
I think
her name is
I think
Callista,
you
right?
said it. I think you said at one point, and I quote, "Where did Mama Callista go?"
No, I did.
Wait, when was this?
This was Scale of Fate. She was introduced in Scale of
Yeah.
Fate.
No, I mean,
This is-
when? If Arrow was
Oh,
with her, I would have been around. I don't recall.
You guys were in. What city did you guys go to that ran into her?
This
I
is
think it-
pre-Amethyst, correct?
I think this is when because you ran into the Amethyst Dragon on your way to the island. So yeah, it was when you were in the town that you met Reginald and in his whole cart situation.
Yeah. This is post. Oh yeah, because it was post Shadow incident. And
Oh, yeah, we had Galnora Fest at that point.
it's because I had I almost died and I was like, man, I need to start living my life.
And then you saw her and you're like, oh, mama.
This is Errol's ex. That's hilarious.
Yeah, she definitely would have heard of her, though, because Errol probably would have gone on, at some point, a drunken rant about women he's tried to get with, which would include both Callisto and Distillo, the Amethyst Dragon.
Errol's type dragons, scaly.
Did you mention that?
Big draconic creatures.
Big
little
dragon
man.
mommy. He just slowly look up at her and go, "You wouldn't happen to know a little owl head ass named Errol, would you?"
A little feather boy that wore a draconic set of armor.
Yeah, and had zero concept of self-preservation.
Yes, that does sound like someone I did run into at some point. Is anyone who tries that hard to flirt with me obviously either has a death wish or something far worse.
Small world.
Yeah, I do remember those stories. He happens to be my master.
I would have never guessed such a thing.
His student? Is that? Yeah, I guess.
Fascinating. what about the rest of your friends over there? And she kind of gestures towards the 3 that are just hanging out over here, where Ghost is still kind of just like sitting there.
Just gonna like dry my face, get up, and go like, oh, that's the rest of our platoon. We fight in the army. Hence why I was asking whether or not you're working for the enemies.
No. Though I am curious of what stuff they might
Don't
be hiding
trust
over
that
there
no.
now. She says, she says no, but she says, but now I am quite curious of the things they may have over there. Maybe something of interesting value to me. She starts, all 3 heads kind of like debating to themselves before 2 of them start having a conversation in Draconic again.
If she does this, Raph will kind of look at Soap and it quite the emotional reaction. Did you see something I didn't?
I saw the tree get sucked up, and that's where my friends and teacher were currently stationed.
We know the nature of this destruction now. If you can call it destruction.
I don't see how anyone could have survived that.
You must simply have faith. Now that we have more context, perhaps we can do something more actionable about this now. We have an eyewitness report directly beamed into our brains.
Callista, would you be willing to come to base camp, help answer a few questions?
You could not have asked that in the like a more kind of jackboot way.
What does that mean?
Oh, I mean, kind of like almost sounds like an implied threat.
She does
Oh
kind of
no, yeah, no threat. I don't think I could kill you. Based off of the stories I remember, you're quite a force to be reckoned with.
Was that an innuendo?
No, I'm saying in comparison to us, she can probably take on an entire castle or
No,
city.
my character asked that in question, like in character, because like the way you've described her relationship with Errol.
Oh, I
She-
wish I didn't know the things I know.
she shakes her head and says, I would never associate myself with an individual of his breed. He did interest me in one way, which was the little entity he had floating around in his head, but I didn't get a chance to try to learn anything about it before he ran off.
Oh, if only you knew. Oh, he's trouble.
No, she probably doesn't need to actually come back with us. All the questions that need to be answered, we could answer ourselves.
And for what reason would you want me to enter your base of operations, I suppose you'd call it?
Oh, I guess to clarify any further questions, but you're civilian. You don't have any. You don't have any requirements to go there. It's simply an ask.
Let's just say a lot of us have a lot of regrets about what happened that day, and we're looking for a little penance.
You must know this creature's rage and the death of the sibling was caused by the destruction of their orb.
One of our
Something
number.
researchers have talked about or speculated for a while.
You see the notebook, like the pen scribbling in the notebook rapidly next to her as she looks down at you. Just kind of, one of the heads nods, looks over at the pad as it's writing.
It was destroyed which caused the creature to quite violently dematerialize from this plane, but not before screaming out for vengeance.
Fascinating. I'll have to see
So
if
kind of like
I can learn more about this. Maybe I'll need to take a visit to the Astral Sea myself.
this point, Raph will kind of use her telepathic ability to tell Soap, let's probably keep the who's and what's and where's
Oh yeah, I agree.
like obstructed or whatever.
Good baby. But she'll say what does she say that out loud? Talking about going to the Astral Sea?
Yeah, she does. She mentions it out loud.
You have such power?
Wait, you could go see if there's survivors.
It's a possibility. It depends if Edward would allow me to do such a thing, or if I just take the things I need from him like I normally do.
What's your price?
Who the hell's Edward?
You know who it is. No, you didn't meet him. Your party didn't meet him last time. The other party did. Yeah, so you asked her for price. She kind of gives you a look and just kind of leans towards you a little bit and says, I don't know if you'd be... I don't think you would want to pay my price.
No, I wouldn't. But I know those who would in a heartbeat.
An intriguing offer, I guess.
What do we need to
What's
sell
an
our
offer?
something?
Let's call it a referral.
She kind of glances over to the one she can see over down where Ghost is at the moment. Just kind of says, "Is one of those two over there? Mysterious-looking gunslinger man, or his little bug companion?"
Go over there, and within seconds you'll know.
All right.
Let's walk down to the rest of them.
Yeah, let's bring the RP to them.
You see her kind of like pocket the kobold skull she has in her hand and kind of slowly makes her way down towards the rest of the party along the path.
Rap's gonna walk right up to Errol Jr. over here. I'm just calling him that because he's a little bird boy.
Yeah, that pretty much is. He's just as unhinged.
I'm sitting on the ground, kind of with like my knees to my chest, kind of just like squatting.
Rap is going
my elbows
to
on my knees.
use her telepathy to give Ra the silent warning to be careful of this one. The price she pays may be more than you can bear. I mean, the price she demands may be more than you can bear.
She kind of makes her way up to Blackstone and Antony. Kind of looks over both of you. Kind of two of the heads are more intrigued with Antony and are looking him closely. The green head kind of looking at you, Blackstone, kind of just taking in your appearance. Doesn't really say anything. Do either of you have anything to say as she is looking you over?
Hi.
That's it.
That's it. That's expected. I expected that from Antony. As she look, yeah, as she looks over,
Mommy, sorry, mommy, sorry,
mommy, sorry, mommy. She goes, "What an interesting looking specimen you are." She kind of like, as she's looking you over and says, I'm assuming you're one of the military's little experiments that was more than somewhat successful.
You can say that, yeah.
It appears, and she kind of like gestures to the marking on your forehead. You've been marked with a peculiar magic that I've only seen once before.
Yes, I have.
You see her eyes kind of like all three heads are now looking at you. They all kind of light up. You see the notepad once again reappear by her side and start scrolling notes rapidly. She then, after a moment, just kind of looks towards Blackstone and just says, "And what about you? What makes you special?" Blackstone? Blackstone?
I don't know how long my microphone has decided, to mute itself.
It's been a while. You haven't said anything in a while.
I've said a couple things, but fuck.
We couldn't hear you.
I was talking about how I was essentially uninterested when she initially walked up and shit. No, I'm fucked, bro.
Well, it worked out because she kind of looked at you and then immediately turned her attention to Anthony.
No, good. Well, at least my point got across.
But now she is focused on you and is looking at you and asked, "What makes you so special?"
Do I have to be special?
Yes.
Kind of gives a slight shrug and says, "Everyone else here seems to have something about them, something unique." She gestures.
I'm really good at magic.
All right.
Hell yeah, that's our boy.
Yeah.
Killing astral beings. I'll slap him
Damn
on
fucking straight, and I'll do it again. I'll
She-
do it again.
All three eyes once again kind of like, are all three sets of eyes focus on you again, and just like, "You were the one who slain the beast, the one that caused the chaos from above," one could say.
I kind of just glance down for a second. I go, yeah, that was me.
And how did you do such a thing? You see the notebook like
well-
scrolling rapidly again.
Well, you see, it mentioned it wanted an orb back, and when we saw the orb, I exploded it.
We were going to deliver the orb to it, but this one decided to take matters into his own proverbial hands.
Yes, because I'm the one who deals with magic, and I know not to trust astral beings,
A little bit of
including the angels.
a little bit of chaos never hurt anyone. Well, not everyone, but you get my point. Or I think you do.
A little bit of chaos never hurt. Half the species just disappeared.
Well, we have something we were lacking thanks to this one. A first-person account of the destruction of the great tree. And I do quite mean first person.
You watched it happen in 4K.
What's 4K?
You'll learn about it someday, kiddo.
It was
Ops
quite a
collectively.
it was quite a fascinating experience to watch it burst from the heavens and take without any resistance.
Whatever we encountered, it was of the same kind. I presume.
As I roll my eyes and stare at the person who insisted on punching me.
I don't regret that.
I regret not retaliating. But,
You did try retaliating. My hit points are too
by
high
putting
for
you to
sleep.
sleep. That wasn't a retaliation.
I was angry.
While you guys are having this argument, she leans towards you, Blackstone, and kind of has like a claw out towards you, like a single finger, and just goes, "Why don't I show you the harvest that there was to reap from this?" And she taps you on the forehead.
I don't even get a response, bro.
Hey,
No.
we didn't get one.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Soap did. You didn't.
I got an option.
You.
Yeah, I wanted
you-
that shit.
Yeah, you immediately see the same visions they saw: the city being torn up by these tendrils, the eldritch roar from the heavens. You recognize, like, being a magic specialist. You recognize that it is perfectly matching the creature that you ended up killing, like, in every single way. Like, there was no doubt about it for the others, but like, you can see the same magic. The only difference is the color that was produced by this one. It's a very subtle thing you noticed. Instead of the red that the one you guys killed was producing, it is producing more of a like a cosmic purple type color.
My favorite color.
And for what feels like an hour, you are in this
Green color.
vision, when in reality it's 5 seconds.
I would like to remain unaffected, unabashed by this information.
Okay.
What do you make of this magician?
Well, it's just about what I expected to happen, except there's one less of them to do it now.
You seem familiar with the astral plane, Blackstone. This
Well, my original build for this character involved summoning a lot of things, so.
So this is
We detoured for that for a certain reason.
so say this individual says that she can travel to the astral sea.
I immediately lock eyes really fucking hard with as many of hers as I can.
You can lock eyes on the
Yeah.
middle one, like the other ones
2 to
are.
6.
Yeah, the middle one is still looking at you. The other two are kind of like looking around and whatnot.
I kind of just go, well, that makes me trust you less.
Oh, she kind of places a hand on her chest, just like almost like she's hurt. She's clearly not, but she's acting like it.
Yeah, to mock.
What a drama
Yeah.
queen.
And she's like, well, that is an odd response to get for someone who's revealed so much to you, but I sure you have your reasons.
Do you reckon anyone could have survived that transportation event? I never thought I'd witness a resonance cascade, let alone cause one.
Yeah. She goes.
Someone can definitely survive that. Whether or not they're conscious upon entry of the astral plane is the other issue.
Let alone
She
surviving the astral plane itself.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
gives a
they
thought
have
for a moment
bigger
and
issues.
just says, someone of a normal stature, someone who's not experienced and hardied by the trials they may have experienced or their in-depth learning of magic, probably has a lesser chance of surviving such an event, but it's not impossible. Someone, though, of, well, probably your caliber or something a bit stronger, has a much higher chance of surviving getting dragged out there. It's just a matter of returning home is the tricky part for most.
Raph will kind of look kind of like meaningfully at Ra at this point.
Still, just crouched over, just chilling, like just thinking.
Is he the one that you were talking about the loss of?
Yes.
You go ahead and sign them up for a deal with the devil. I ain't doing that. Not on my conscience.
Have you ever thought of, I don't know, a simple scrying upon those that are missing?
Are you talking to me?
No, she is. Like, she's talking to all of you. Like, she mentioned just like, have you ever tried scrying upon those that you believe are missing? The spell won't
Well,
work.
I don't
first
know,
we'd have to
magic
be in the astral plane for that to work. I'm like 90% sure. Secondly, no.
Yeah, you. According to the scry spell that I just googled, you have to be in the same dimension.
That does show proof though that they would be out of this dimension.
It
Well,
also.
I mean, if they're
Or-
dead, they wouldn't show either.
Yeah.
So the wizard kind of just actual.
Actually, the spell doesn't work that way.
Yeah, actually, you can't tell you whether they exist or not. It just simply doesn't work. Gosh.
It- She does say, well, I'm assuming you don't say that character unless you want to.
I do it in that exact voice.
In that
No,
exact
I'm
voice.
joking.
But she does mention though, it would check off the box of whoever or whatever disappeared is no longer in this plane, or, well, I guess regardless in this plane, if they're dead or alive. It would take that away. But it is just a subjection. Do you know?
No,
Defeated.
I don't.
No.
But they don't. But they don't go nowhere. They stayed home. Home is gone. It's not like there was time to evacuate. So at the end, it doesn't matter.
She shrugs. It didn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt to try, but that's just my opinion.
I mean, realistically, try what? Get my hopes up for a little pixie dust and sparkles? Like, like they're gone. Whether they're in this plane or that one.
If they all went to the same place, the likelihood that your family could be alive still exists, especially with the quantity of people taken. That only increases the odds of survival. If it were just your family taken, I would agree.
I think it's a chance. If there's a chance that there are survivors, then it is our duty to investigate.
You can think of it as Schrodinger's cat.
Who's Schrodinger?
That also doesn't exist.
Oh fucking no.
Some wizard
Look.
guy that liked to put cats in boxes. I don't know, man.
like if you
You like putting
think about
tabaxis
it,
in boxes.
Kill 'em.
like if I put a tabaxi in a box and left them there, no food, no water, sealed the box, right? In my mind, that cat could be alive in that box, but I wouldn't know until I opened it.
We could use detect
Why,
life.
why are we debating Schrodinger's fucking Kanku over here?
Why does the animal keep changing?
I don't know. You told me.
Fucking
Polymorph.
calico in here.
Why are we talking about Schrodinger's cat? What did he do? Where's the cat?
Why are we putting tabaxis in boxes?
It's not Schrodinger here in this universe. His name is Shane.
Shane's no, no. I just
Shane's
realized it.
cat. Shane's cat.
No.
I'm just gonna make sure my cat's okay.
Yeah, this is a message to everyone watching the stream. Please check on your animals.
Yeah, go
They
check
love
out your
you.
cat. Make sure they're okay. Make sure they're not in a box with uranium in the box.
Sir, is that uranium? Fucking melts.
Okay, she's just under a chair.
Fucking no.
I got this cat because of Trinket, actually.
That's awesome. I'm glad I inspired you to get a cat.
Nah, she's a sweetie.
So does the cat also have terrible deck saving throws?
She's a bit of a klutz, actually, but
It matches. Let's go.
That's funny.
So you're just accidentally roll off my desk.
Just like Trinket on that cliffside.
Or like Trinket when she got swallowed by the dragon.
Right before she was killed.
Hey, we fixed it.
You did
Power of
fix
God
it.
in
Try to
anime.
kill that.
Anywho, she does gesture over to Raw and just kind of gestures for him to approach.
You've been summoned,
I
boy.
stand up. You know, so still soakingly, not like dragging my feet, but you know,
Dragon deep nuts. Got
working
him.
my way over.
I think it'd be really funny if Raph just picked up Ra to bring him to eye level.
She's going to take a step back from the others to allow you to have space. She is going to slowly, because you are quite... How tall are you?
That's a good question. I don't know that off the top of my head. Give me 1 second.
Let's check the
On a
files.
scale of 1 to 10, he's not.
I'm checking that as we speak.
Nope, that's the wrong one. I almost
I
clicked
sworn
on
I had something.
5'5".
I am 5'5".
Yep.
You're 5'5". You're taller than I expected, little man.
She crouches down a little bit to get to somewhat a resemblance of eye level with you. She kind of brings a claw up and just says, "May I?"
Whatever makes you happy.
She is going to place the tip of her claw on your forehead.
Start seizing. Sorry.
The rest of you would see as his eyes kind of like, as he's looking at her, they just kind of like roll back, and his mouth kind of goes agape. She's kind of
Head go 360.
no. Her eyes close as she kind of focuses for a moment. Ra, you begin getting vivid images of your wife and your daughter in your head as you can feel her probing around trying to find certain information.
Tears start rolling down my eyes as they're rolled back in my head, rolling down my face.
The rest of you, because you're not really able to hear at the moment, begin hearing her mutter an incantation under her breath. The middle head kind of, the eyes opening, the white kind of glaze going over them, as she begins casting something. And Ra, your vision goes from the images of them to being, you feel almost as if you have been pulled from your body. You find yourself, at least from your view, floating within the clouds, and you can feel another presence with you that seems to be holding on to you in a sense, that then rapidly drags you through the sky as you are moved faster than you've ever seen before, kind of shooting through the clouds, and your sights kind of fall upon a small tent located just outside of what looks to be some sort of facility. You can see there are a number within this small space. There's a number of sleeping bags, backpacks, things of that nature. And you can see two familiar faces currently sitting in the space. One is currently unconscious, looks to be suffering from probably a fever of some sort, and seems to have bandages wrapped around one arm and a sort of cast around their leg. While the other one is kind of sitting next to them, a brace kind of holding one of their arms up and a bandage kind of around their head. And you hear in Callista's voice that just says, "See? The proof." And then you are ripped from this vision and brought back, your eyes kind of coming back forward, and you are staring her dead in the face as she gives you a very smug look and then rises to her feet.
Why don't you show you, little man?
For all I know, false images of my family being hurt. I don't know. I don't even know what you did to me.
I used detect thoughts to try determining like whether these images were truthful.
Are you using it on him or her?
Her.
On her?
Yeah.
Roll me a saving throw with your spell casting modifier.
Okay, what kind of saving throw?
Just roll a saving throw using your casting modifier.
That's charisma for sorcerers, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so just 17.
17. You see all three of her heads kind of immediately point in your direction as this happens. You get the idea. You are flooded with information. You get a mixture of just three voices of hers in your head all at once. You hear you get flashes of various images. There is a brief moment you actually see a massive battle of sorts that looks to be an ancient battle of sorts, dragons in the sky, things of that nature for a split moment. And after all of that, you get the idea that she doesn't do these things to deceive when it comes to a loss like this.
Kind of
because
like
it seems like she doesn't have an end goal here. She seems to be, yes, she's getting entertainment. Like you can tell she is entertained by this, but at the same time, there is a small part of her that is wanting to actually give some sort of not comfort, but sort of confirmation of certain details.
for a moment, Rapha will look down to Ra and say, "She speaks true. Your family lives."
I can also vouch for Callista, at least based off of the stories I know.
Apparently, she was once the object of romantic attention of his master.
We don't talk about that. I don't want to remember.
As you guys are talking, you do see Ghost kind of, walking between the graves. He's not wandering too far, but he's just kind of like looking between the graves, occasionally like crouching down in front of one. Just kind of like rub a hand across it to like clean it off or whatever, and then he'll move on to the next one.
I'll go help as well. I ain't doing shit now.
Yeah. But she just kind of stands up though and goes,
So Ra, what you gonna do with that information?
yeah, she is looking at Raw, curious now of what he's going to say.
Still, like I guess in shock. Even though I don't have a way to them, knowing that they're alive but not entirely safe and injured. If this was a current thing, like a vision from what it was now and not before. You know what I mean?
She will say, because she does notice your shock or whatever, she says, give it a few weeks. I'm sure they'll turn up at some point, and you'll more than likely get to see them again. And she kind of turns and like starts like walking this way, and she pauses like right here, and then kind of looks back. One of the heads looks back and says, unless of course you don't live to see that time. And then she keeps walking.
Wow. What a dick.
Around this point, where everyone is our ghost would have gotten around this point. Passive perceptions, everyone, please.
Shit,
No.
better run back to my computer.
23.
19.
My passive perception's 10.
We see tentacles come out of the sky.
No. Those above 18, once again, would hear a small gasp come from Ghost. Upon turning, you see a cloaked figure standing beside him as he loses consciousness. The figure specifically looking at you, Soap, before putting a finger to his mouth, giving you a grin, and they both disappear.
He's edge maxing.
In like a swirl of like black mist.
Fucking microphone was muted again before you said he disappeared. I was like, I can't sleep. I'm like, wait, it didn't pop up on the Discord. What happened?
No. And in its places, as this swirl of black smoke kind of whips up and makes both of them disappear, you see a piece of paper fly up into the air above it and start flowing down slowly to the position the two of them were standing.
Bro, why does my microphone keep fucking muting?
There's a piece of paper right here.
I go get the paper.
And we're going to tell the people who did pass perception check that has happened.
Oh yeah, the other people.
Hey, where'd Ghost go?
Picking up the envelope.
Can I just read the note?
Or picking up the note. It gives you...
Yeah, pesky plumbers.
It gives you a set of grid coordinates and says, here's where you can find your friend. I hope to see you soon.
We're going here, and we're burning everything to the ground.
Yeah, it says, I hope to see you soon. There is like a little like smiley face drawn, and then just the initial is just R. And there's a poorly drawn sickle next to it.
Oh.
The communists got him.
Not sickle, sorry. Scythe.
Agreed.
Poorly drawn scythe next to it.
A scythe,
the farmers got him.
We are
the farmers got him. And then my family might turn up. Hold up.
Turnip?
It's the turnip farmers.
The turnip gang?
No! Oh God, anything but the turnip farmers. Oh dear heavens.
Goddamn turnip farmers.
You guys are screwed.
We have to call in every allied force we have.
We're gonna raid all the goddamn farmlands.
So, is anyone here a cartographer?
Why?
So we know where the hell this map grid goes to.
Oh yeah, wait, that's.
I mean, it probably wouldn't be all that hard to.
No, you guys could figure out. There should be a map in the truck.
Wow.
Let's go to the truck.
This session? Oh.
We can we can split this R&R into 2 sessions. If we need to, we can split this into 2 sessions. Because there's still more that can be done here. So I think we will do that. We're gonna keep going a little bit. Okay. Because also none of you have your weapons on you.
Yeah, this is a whole nother side quest.
Yeah.
That's why I'm a mage.
So the lot of you head back to the truck. You guys look. Callisto is nowhere to be seen. She, not long after this happened and you all turned your attention to wherever Ghost was, she vanished. You have no idea where she went.
Okay.
But so a lot of you go back to
map.
you go back to the truck.
Intelligence.
Sure, and I'm going to switch your map because we're
I
doing
have a 4.
You
I
have
can't understand.
The rest of you notice he's holding the map upside down.
I'm gonna try rolling intelligence.
It's like, I don't understand this damn map. It's upside down.
Dirty 20. I got a 19 plus 1.
Dirty 20. You take the map from him, start looking it over. You
Do I
notice
turn
this.
Do I turn it the right side around?
Yes, you turn it the right side around.
It's just like, oh, got it.
It's like that. It's like that meme of the two guys with the computer, and it's like, oh.
So
I'm
you
just
notice
dyslexic. That's it.
there is the grid coordinates specifically. If you look at the map, I think it's in the planning chat. I want to say. I'm going to. Yeah, it's in there. The full world map. Right between
where are we
just
currently?
you guys are currently in the that grassland between Liverin and the forest above Elrin. You see that the mark on this map that are where this location is, the border between Ustesh and Osmond in the mountains, just east of the city of Gilridge. There are the specific locations in that mountains. In a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Remote part of the mountains that most people don't go to.
This puppy all terrain.
Yes, but we don't have all of
kitty cat.
You're also missing a squad member.
When we could negotiate using our words in the stockpiled cache of the military-industrial complex.
We don't negotiate with terrorists.
I mean, I could have told you that one.
That's just rule number 1. I don't know, man.
I mean, I
No,
literally ended
don't
4
negotiate.
towns to not negotiate with a terrorist.
Essentially, yeah, that is what happened. Just the terrorist had a backup plan.
Like 9/11.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No, I can't make that joke. We've already gone too far.
Oh no.
God.
What do you think, kitty cat? Do we negotiate with terrorists?
Turn on the TV, turn on the TV. Why are they in the Pentagon? I channel any of them. Any of the channels, they in the Pentagon.
Stop, please.
No.
Have you ever seen Turning Red, kitty cat?
No.
No, I haven't.
Devil's Advocate.
So what are you guys
Just a
doing?
completely different tangent.
Well, I think we should go back to base and report this. We should give
go
them.
back to base and we grab napalm. That's what we're doing. That's our negotiation.
What, do you want to make Ghost an actual ghost?
No. But
A roast ghost?
we get him and then we cook the other people.
I'm not into cannibalism.
Luckily, one of us is. Anyways, let's go. That's a joke. That's a joke.
Well,
that's a plan.
I think we should tell. I don't know. Should we keep the information that we learned private?
We should keep the information of Callisto to ourselves at the moment until we straighten out the other matter.
Okay.
So you're heading back to
That's
base?
my take.
Okay.
Okay. You guys quickly make your way back to base. Hauling ass, more than likely. It takes you 3.5, 4 hours to make it. Getting to the base. So this vehicle, you would know there's a vehicle pool for specifically like civilian type vehicles. I assume you guys are dropping. Are you dropping this vehicle off, or are you just like taking it to the barracks and then
Taking it to the barracks? I think. Yes. No.
like you can?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you guys park it outside front of the barracks. Switch the map back. You guys are back at the barracks. Ta-da! You're all at the barracks. What are you guys gonna do? What are you doing?
Cry.
Cry? I feel that on a spiritual level.
Yeah. Same, bro. Same.
Okay, now what are we doing?
No, grab the
Uh,
guns. Boone's haunted.
grab. You guys.
Basement's haunted.
Someone grab my shit for me. I'm gonna go fill in Talos, whatever the fuck.
Commander Tallow.
Just letting him know that we're gonna be doing a quick rescue mission.
Oh,
I don't
Okay.
think we tell him that
Oh,
we're
okay.
doing one. I think it's more of a we let him know that we're gonna go AWOL. That's what's going on. So, like,
Oh, got it. I'm hitting the armory then. How much napalm do we have?
Whatever your normal armory has.
Okay, yeah, but like, is it a U.S. armory or is it like a French armory? Because the U.S. doesn't have healthcare for a reason.
What the fuck? What is that supposed to mean, man?
we don't have free healthcare for a reason.
Oh,
We got
free
a lot of
healthcare.
napalm.
I didn't hear
want me to say.
I didn't hear the free part. I just heard healthcare.
Yeah,
So I heard we don't have healthcare for a reason. I went, excuse me?
I mean, also that I guess. No, free healthcare. We don't have that we don't have universal healthcare.
Gotcha.
Or education. Well, we kind of have an education, but it's pretty ass. But I'm not going to continue bashing on the U.S. Anyways,
we live here. We're allowed to.
are we though? Yeah.
Well, if certain political things happen certain ways, maybe not. But we're not talking about that right now.
We're not going there. That's where I was trying to avoid. Anyways, implication was, do we have unlimited? Do we have creative mode or not? That is
No.
essentially the difference.
You do not have creative mode. You have like grenades and dynamite and stuff like that.
Okay, but like, I don't have a medicinal AC-130.
No.
Okay. I'm just clarifying. We do
Where the
have Dragon Company.
Yeah. Where are the rest of you
They
moving
are
around?
technically
You
AC-130.
can talk to the other companies or the other. Yeah, you can talk to the other squads. Where are the rest of you moving around? Move your tiles where you're going.
I never leave my house without my gun because I'm an American. I'm just gonna wait by the door.
I'm just gonna grab my shit. I need to grab my nice stick.
I'm gonna grab my shit and then I am going to.
So those who need to get their stuff go into the armory.
Where's the armory again?
Well, my
Here.
shit's in my room. Can I not have kept in my room?
It's about the same as sniper would be.
Any firearms that aren't specifically yours and stuff, or any other gear you need, is in the armory.
What, something in here? Let's go see.
That's not my room.
It's our boy. Oh, dude, how did
Yeah.
we forget our boy?
You see Quill sitting in here, just like in front of the table. Like there's like 3 disassembled rifles in front of him, and he's just like scrubbing them down and like oiling them. And he just kind of glances up and just kind of like gives like a small wave. Just.
Well, lock and load. We're gonna go kill some people.
Well, hey, let's provide some necessary context here.
He kind of tilts his head a little confused, and then like kind of looks down at the weapons or whatever, and you watch him like. You ever seen like the speed videos of them like rebuilding the rifles and stuff?
I'm just thinking of those stacking cups.
It's essentially like that speed, but he's like putting back together a complex rifle in like a matter of seconds.
Oh,
I'll
just shut the door. And then go, Ghost was taken by mysterious figure. We have coordinates. We're going to go put a hole in them because we don't negotiate with terrorists.
It's most certainly a trap.
100%. Oh. Okay. You see him finish up building the first rifle, slides to the side, finishes the next one, slides to the side, and then finishes the last one. He once he finishes it, shoulders it, looks down the side of it to make sure it's aligned right, and then you just watch him flip it over his shoulder onto his back. He just gives a thumbs up, starts moving around the table.
Just gonna grab all my equipment, go to my room, grab my equipment.
Shit. And I am also gonna go find Gale.
Ah, yes, Gale. Go find Gale.
Gale of Waterdeep is here?
I wish, bro.
His name is it's Gale McLeod to you. Thank you.
I feel like Gale should probably be informed that one of his platoon members is missing, or squad members, whatever you want to call it. Whose room is it?
You knock on his door.
I don't know which door is his.
You're at his door. You legitimately found it first.
Dude, I did it right. I'm gonna knock on his door.
The door opens. He just kind of opens up. You can see he looks like he was just relaxing. You can see behind him, next to his bed, there's what looks to be a cup of coffee and an open book that's just sitting on his nightstand. He's just "What's up?"
I want to just quick look around, and just not loud voice, but kind of hush. Just be wanted to inform you we were out with Ghost on his little errand. I don't know if he told you about that. He
goes to. He did what?
He got grabbed, and we're going to retrieve him at these coordinates, and I'll pass him a piece of paper.
As you are passing him this paper, you do notice that his face, not too much emotion. He's clearly trying to keep a strong grin. There's a single vein in his forehead that looks like it could bust at any moment.
It's most likely a trap. We're fully aware of that. My entire squad is aware of the situation. We are currently readying up, and we'll be heading out shortly.
He gives a nod, and he's just you can see him slowly clenching the paper, and he just kind of sighs. He says, "Give me 5 minutes."
Got it.
Door closes. You hear inside the room various swears, a little bit of banging, and
can I roll to see if he is mad that Ghost got caught, or is he mad at Ghost, or is he mad that Ghost got grabbed?
He's mad that he got ghosted.
Huh?
Insight.
He's mad he got ghosted.
Oh, insight. And he mad at that Ghost. 22.
22. You get the idea that he is mad, not necessarily at Ghost, but he is mad at the situation, and it seems more of an anger towards himself.
I should have been there.
It should have been me.
Should have been me, not him. It's not fair. But yeah, you do. Are you just waiting for him outside the door while this is happening?
Yep. I'll just be sitting out there, inspecting my nice little grenades.
Door swings open. He steps out. Before you saw him in just regular civilian clothes. He is in, full his camis, everything else, full equipment. He's already got his vest on. You see on his hip a very, very large pistol. And he steps past you. Actually, you watch as he locks his door. He steps past you, comes over to his armory door, opens it up, and you watch him walk inside over to one of the shelves, pull it open, grab out a rifle that has its own kind of you can see the rifle that he pulls out has been scraped, he's chiseled stuff into a knife. chiseled stuff out of it with a knife. And you can see there is what looks to be a number of tallies along the barrel. And he comes back to the door.
I didn't know if you wanted to get anyone else, but I figured it's your group. I'll leave that up to you.
They don't need to know about this. If
Understood.
anything, it will make things worse if there's more than... if there's too many of us, I guess.
Yeah, Tallow doesn't know either, so let's keep it that way.
I'd expect it no other way.
Hi, unknown, unnamed guard. Pisses on leg, walks out.
What the fuck, bro? That's what he says.
I'm
What the
sorry,
fuck, bro?
Keeping
So-
everyone on their toes.
As all of you go to exit the building, all armed and ready to go, heading up into the mountains in this vehicle that you guys commandeered, essentially, that's where we'll end tonight. So in next week, we will do the second half of this R&R.
R&R in quotations.
Yeah,
R&R.
R&R. If we want to, for the next one, we can end up coming up with a fancy name for it. But for now, this is the end of the episode. We hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, go check out the YouTube to catch up on previous episodes and see all the campaigns that we've done so far. And if you want to catch us in the next session as we are going live, join the Discord or follow us on Twitch whenever, so you get notifications whenever we go live. I need to rewrite the script because I apparently have forgotten it. But we hope you guys enjoyed. I hope to see you all in the next one. Peace.